Hello, Mark here from Whisky Watch in the Appleton Arms on the A to Z of whiskies here during the lockdown period. Still on the letter B, can you believe it? And today is the Bladnoch. The Bladnoch distillery. It's the most southerly distillery in Scotland. It's down on towards, you go towards Gretna Green and then come down south a bit. And it's a place called Newton Stewart near Wigton or Wigtown. Very famous and elderly distillery. They claim to be the most southerly distillery in Scotland, and they are. It's true. They're kind of in England if you look across from where they are, but anyway, it is Scotch whisky. From the early 1800s, it's been mothballed and closed a few times. It reopened towards the end of the last century, and it was a famous Irish builder called Raymond Armstrong and his brother, I think, and they were looking as sort of property developers, and they came over from Northern Ireland and saw the old distillery and the mothballed grounds. But the locals persuaded him to have a go at distilling, and interestingly, the United Distillers, or Bells as it was for quite some time, stipulated that if you were to buy this old building, you weren't allowed to distill. What they actually did was they actually physically cut a lot of the pipe work from around the distillery, so you couldn't actually make any and pump it around and make the beer and through the still and back out and store it. So anyway, Raymond and the Armstrongs kicked that back off and restarted distilling in the late 1990s. Unfortunately, it closed in about 2014. But what happened was a famous Australian millionaire yogurt man called David Pryor bought the distillery, and it's still open now as a brand new visitor centre. And I think he's probably the first Australian to own a distillery in Scotland. There's a South African person that was involved, but I think he's the first Australian. Anyway, I've got four here. I've got the, in my collection, so I've got the 16-year-old sherry matured. Really, really nice, 55% that one. I do like a sherry finish. Then I've got the Bladnoch 15-year-old. I'm not too sure what the maturation on that is, but it's quite pale. You can see him getting through these. 1817 the distillery was founded. This is the Spirit of the Lowlands 18-year-old, 46%. You can buy all of these at the distillery, actually. I think they're quite hard to find otherwise. And my favourite is the Jamaican Me Crazy Mon label, and it's 46%, 15 years old. Matured for 18 months in a rum cask, so a rum finish, some people will gather, is what I've started to like, and I mentioned the Balvenie rum recently. So here we are, the Bladnoch, the most southerly distillery in Scotland. I'm getting very sweet with this rum version, very sweet as you might expect because it's been in quite a while in a rum cask. So honey is the watchword for me. I taste honey in this, but it's very nice anyway. Hope you've got a Bladnoch, or you can pick one up when you see one. All the very best to you. Hope you're all keeping safe and well, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Slán Jabbar. Good health.